In 1931, Dr. Karl Tanzler fell in love with a patient he was treating for tuberculosis. This love made him determined to keep his patient alive, which he attempted to do quite literally by removing her corpse from the mausoleum it was housed in and holding it together with coat hangers, wax, and silk. Born in Key West in 1909, the daughter of a cigar maker and a homemaker, Hawes was raised in a large family and was brought to the hospital by her mother after becoming ill. As a young boy in Germany, Tanzler would often have visions of a stunning, dark-haired woman who was predestined to be his one true love. The 22-year-old beauty resembled his childhood premonitions so closely that he immediately became convinced that their love was meant to be. Despite the lack of qualifications needed to treat a tuberculosis patient, Tanzler was determined to save Hawes and used a variety of specially made tonics, elixirs, and medicines in an effort to do so. Despite his best efforts, Hawes succumbed to her illness in October 1931, leaving her family and newly obsessed caretaker heartbroken. Tanzler insisted on purchasing a pricey stone mausoleum in Key West Cemetery for her remains to lay, and with her parents' permission, hired a mortician to prepare her body before locking her inside. Tanzler visited Hawes' grave every night for nearly 2 years, a habit that stopped abruptly after he lost his job for reasons unknown. While her family did consider this drastic change in behavior to be a bit strange, they could not have imagined the reasoning behind it. In April of 1933, Karl Tanzler removed Hawes' body from the mausoleum, no longer requiring him to make his nightly visits to the graveyard, as she would now be housed in his own home. There, he looked to a number of DIY tricks to keep the young woman's decaying body intact, including plaster of Paris and glass eyes to maintain the integrity of her face, as well as coat hangers and other wires to stabilize her skeletal frame. With pretty much the entire town talking about the reclusive man often seen buying women's clothing and perfume, on top of one local boy's account of witnessing the doctor dancing with what appeared to be a giant doll, Hawes' family began to suspect that something was off. After Hawes' sister showed up at Tanzler's home in 1940, the jig was up. There, she found what she believed to be a life-sized effigy of her departed sister. Arriving authorities quickly determined that this doll was, in fact, Hawes herself, and they arrested Tanzler for grave robbing. An autopsy of the body revealed the intricacies of Tanzler's work, which included a paper tube inserted between her legs, forming a makeshift vagina, although Tanzler never admitted to committing any necrophiliac acts. Despite everything, the statute of limitations had expired for the crime he was accused of committing, leaving Tanzler free to go. Hawes' body was placed on display at a local funeral home, where nearly 7,000 people came to see the corrupted corpse for themselves. Her body was finally laid to rest once and for all in an unmarked grave in Key West Cemetery. Karl Tanzler actually received quite a bit of compassion during his trial, with some even viewing him as a hopeless, albeit eccentric, romantic. Nevertheless, he went on to live out the rest of his days alone and died in his home in 1952, where he was discovered 3 weeks after his passing.